Hey there everybody on YouTube land, it's LordBear90 coming at you with the sixth and final part of my Bruticus 6-part video. This video is going to show you how to combine Bruticus in not one, but several of his different combined forms. Before I get into that, I'm going to cover each of the individual weapons from the actual limbs, as Onslaught's weapon stays on Bruticus. As you can see, there are, well, I've got them behind all the individual figures, but there are 5 weapons here: Swindles, Brawls, both of Blastoffs, and both of Vortexes that you can just barely see because of the sunlight coming through the window. All 5 of these weapons combine to form Bruticus's Super Omega Autobots are basically scrap supergun. I don't know what the dang gum thing is actually called, so I'm going to go with that. What you want to do is take Swindle's gun and Brawl's gun. There's a tab on the back of Brawl's gun. It goes into the barrel of Swindle's. Plug them in, and because both guns are molded where there's a line on the top of the barrels, it makes it that much easier to line them up where they're perfectly straight. And basically, you can either give this, it looks kind of like a sniper rifle. You can either give this to Swindle or Brawl, or if you really want to Onslaught. Because the way his arms are designed, he can actually hold the weapon in both hands, if you so chose. Next, you take each of Blastoff's weapons. There's a hole right here on one side of each gun that goes on to either side of Swindle's gun. You just plug them in, like so. And because I have such a very vivid imagination, unlike most people, thank you ADHD, does that not resemble an SR-71 Blackbird because of the way that the weapon is shaped? I don't know if that was intentional on Hasbro's part, but it really looks like an SR-71 Blackbird, at least in my mind, at least to my imagination. Again, I have ADHD, so my imagination tends to be a little more active than the average person. Finally, what you want to do, there's a little tab right here on the top of Vortex's swords. You plug the handle of the sword into the barrel of Blastoff's weapon, and the tabs on the swords will plug in to the sides of Brawl's pistol. Do that on both sides, and you have one of the many different combinations for Bruticus's weapon. His Super Omega Autobots are basically scrapped Mega Gun, Super Gun, whatever you want to call it. Now on for the main feature of this video, the combination of the Combaticons into Bruticus. You have Swindle and Brawl right here. They form the legs. Take Onslaught here. And basically, it's very self-explanatory at this point. I don't really have to tell you where the limbs are supposed to go. You just gotta really force them together. And Brawl just kind of came apart on me. Give me a minute. I'm gonna have to swap hands to do this. Give me just a minute, folks. It's very hard to do backwards. I'm used to having Bruticus facing towards me when I'm combining him. Anyway, there you have it. Bruticus with his legs. He is obviously gained a lot of height here. Next, you want to take Blastoff here. Tap him into place right there. And then take Vortex here. Do the same on this side. And for the sake of this video, I'm going to open up the rotors. Give him his Super Mega Death Gun of Doom. And here you have Bruticus in his combined robot form. He is very massive. He's not the tallest Transformer in my collection. My tallest one would be my Masterpiece Optimus Prime and my Armada Optimus Prime, the one that combines with this trailer. They are my two tallest Transformers in my entire collection, as of right now. This is the traditional combination for Bruticus. Swindle the right leg, blast off the right arm, brawl the left leg, and vortex the left leg, and obviously Onslaught as the main body. He is the only one out of the four that cannot transform into any limb or anything else. He is always the main body. The other four limbs, they can become a leg to an arm or an arm to a leg. I'm only going to show you one other combination. I was going to show you several of the combinations, but I'm only going to show you one of the other combinations. Basically, I'm going to take Brawl and Blast Off. Lay Bruticus down for a minute. And I'm going to make them swap places. Basically, what you want to do to take Vortex or blast Off into leg mode, all you got to do is transform him all the way back into shuttle mode. But you take the wing here and fold it all the way back. And leave the cockpit. It was like this. Fold it like this. And he's a leg. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up Bruticus here. Put Vortex on the socket. And we have Bruticus standing again. Next, take Brawl. Basically, doing the same thing, transforming him almost all the way into vehicle mode, with the exception of his actual legs, because the legs will become the arms. Or the arm, I should say. So, what you want to do, rotate 180 degrees where the silver is facing out on both sides, and on the back here, there are two individual hands. You have to flip both of them out in order for the combination to work. If you just flip one out, it will not work. You have to flip them both out at the same time. That way, they can properly line up and join together. Now, since Brawl is going to be the right arm, I'm going to flip out the toe here to form the right fist. You couldn't really see that, but I'm not going to show you again. Take the headlights. You don't have to. You can leave them like this, but I personally like doing it like that. That way it holds everything into place a little more. And put him onto the socket. Give Vortex the weapon back. And here you have Brawl or Bruticus in his secondary form. Because of the way Vortex or Blast Off is designed, again, I keep calling him Vortex. I don't know why, but I digress. The way he's designed, he kind of throws Bruticus's balance off a little bit, but it's not that bad. It's really only bad when you put Vortex as a leg next to Blast Off, because then Bruticus wants to basically fall over. But when I display him on the shelf, if I choose to display him in this combination, I will rotate Brawl's guns forward. That way he is sort of like Fortress Maximus. His weapons are all displayed at the same time. Except for the ones on his shoulders, which they could shoot up, and I guess they could arch down, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, that's all I've got to say for this 6-part video. I am going to leave you guys for the week because I don't feel like doing any more YouTube videos for a while. So this is Lord Baron 90 signing off.